In this video, we are going to see how we can access the nested structure elements in different way. So basically, what I've done here is I've just included the preprocessor directive. So let's say, for example, I have declared a structure that is employee, and it has got the structure members like employee ID, the name of the employee in terms of a character array, and the salary of the employee in terms of double, and double data type. So let's say, for example, we have another another structure member in this particular employee, that is date of birth. Let's say, for example, DOB is the name of this structure, and I have defined this particular member variable in terms of DB. So DB is nothing but a structure member of the structure that is employee, and the data type of this particular DB is of the structure that is DOB, which means DOB will have the definition. The structure DOB will have the definition of the information about the variable that is DB, that is present inside your structure employee. So always remember, whenever you have a nested structure, that is a structure having another structure, ensure that this particular structure is being defined before the calling structure. So here, let's say, for example, your employee structure is a calling structure. So here what happens is you have to declare or you have to define your structure that is DOB before the employee structure is being defined. Why? Because the structure DOB is being used by the employee structure. So here you have to ensure that you have defined your DOB structure. So let's say, for example, your date of birth consists of the day, month, and then the year. So all are of integer data type. And now here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create one more structure within the date of birth. So let's say, for example, I'm creating the time of birth. So let's say, for example, I'm creating the time of birth as a structure. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use another structure that is time of birth, and time is my structure member inside the date of birth structure. So here we have couple of nested structures. So what happens here is, first you have the structure that is the employee, and employee in turns have another structure member that is date of birth, and this particular date of birth is going to have another structure member that is time. So remember, time is a structure member of the structure that is DOB, and this particular time is of a structure data type that is TOB. So what again happens here is you have to first declare and define what is your structure that is TOB. That's a time of birth. So let's say, for example, here I have integer hours, minutes, and then second. So these are the structure members of the structure that is TOB, that is a time of birth. Okay, so always remember you have to include the semicolon after your structure definition. So we have created three structures, and all these three structures, they are nested. That is the two structures, that is DOB and TOB, they both are nested within each other. So first DOB is being called by the structure that is employee, that is employee is going to consume the structure that is DOB, and the DOB in turn is going to consume the structure that is TOB. So we are going to see a very simple example how we can assign some values first to these particular kind of structure. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just starting my main function. So as I told you, structures can be declared either locally or globally. So it is not wrong, whether it depends upon your requirement and the type of it is left to the programmer, okay, whether to declare your structure as a global declaration or as a local declaration. So global in the sense, before your main function is being defined, you can declare the structure, or within your main function also you can declare your structure. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm just first trying to create a structure variable for the employee. So here I'm trying to create a structure variable for the employee. So employee is nothing but a data type, that's a user defined data type in the form of a structure. So I'm just trying to create a variable that is E1. So E1 is a variable, and the data type of the variable E1 is of employee data type. So employee is basically a structure. So here what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to directly assign the value. So here let's say, for example, the employee ID, that is EID, is being marked with the value 101, let's say, for example, and I give the value as the name. Let's say, for example, I'm giving the value as Arun, and the date of birth, the salary is being declared. So salary is also assigned. Then you have the date of birth as the fourth structure member. So the first three structure members I don't have any issue. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just giving the direct assignment of values, or I'm just initializing the structure variable with these values. So 101 indicates the EID, Arun indicates the name of the particular employee, and 40,000 indicates the salary of the particular employee. So now your date of birth has to be updated. So the structure member DB, the structure member DB has to be updated. So DB in turn, it has got the value that is the day, the month, and then the year. So here what I'm trying to do is I'm just simply trying to give the day, the month, and then the year, let's say for example. Okay, so all these are being given. Now this particular DB, this particular day, structure member DB, it is going to point to another structure, that is DOB. So the date, month, and then the year, all these three has been assigned now. Now what happens is the another structure member within the DOB structure is the time. So which has got the definition in the structure, that is TOB. So time includes hours, minutes, and the seconds. So that is a time of birth. Okay, so time of birth indicates about, okay, so let's say for example the hours, that is being declared as an integer, and the minutes, that is also been declared as an integer, and then the second, that is also been declared as an integer. So directly you can assign the values to the variable directly, that is to the structure variable directly. And let's say for example I'm trying to retrieve these values. So I'm trying to retrieve these values. So let's say for example using a printf statement, I'm just displaying the employee record. So the employee is the first employee. Okay, so employee one record, employee one records are like that. I'm just displaying. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just going to make use of the printf statement to display all these values. So first thing is we are going to see the employee ID. So employee ID, basically it has been declared as an integer data type. So I'm just going to make use of the structure variable name dot, and I'm just going to make use of the structure member name. So the member name is EID for the employee ID, and then I'm just going to display the name of the employee. So employee name is of a character array, so I'm going to make use of the percentages, that's a character format, and I'm just going to call the structure member, that is name, using the structure variable, that is E1. And I'm just going to again print the salary of the employee. So salary data is going to be printed. So since it's of a double data type, I'm going to make use of the character format LF, and I'm printing the salary details of the employee. So this is done. So I'm just going to make use of another printf statement that is going to display the date of birth details. So let's say for example the date of birth details includes the day, the month, and then the year. All are of integer data type. So I'm just using %d hyphen %d hyphen %d. So now we are going to see how you can access these particular structure members through the structure variable E1. So E1 has got the license to call the structure member, and here if you remember the date of birth is being defined by the structure member DB. So you have to make use of the structure member DB, and through the structure member DB we have to access the data, the structure members, that is D, M, and Y, that is the date, month, and then the year. So again we are going to make use of the dot operator followed by the structure member DB in order to access the date, and then in order to access the month, and then in order to access the year. So this is the format in which you are going to access the nested structure member. Okay, so once that is done, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make use of another printf statement to display the time of birth for that particular employee. So here what I'm doing is I'm just going to make use of another printf statement in order to display the time, that is in terms of hours, minutes, and the seconds. So in terms of hours, minutes, and seconds. So here let's say for example I'm just giving the notation date of birth of the particular employee, so date of birth of the particular employee, and then the time of birth as well. So time of birth, and then the time of birth. Now what I'm going to do is listen this pretty carefully. Here what we are going to do is we have to access another nested structure that lies in a particular nested structure DOB. That is, in order to access the time of birth, I have to first access that structured member, that is DB, and through DB I have to access another structured member, that is time, and through the particular structured member time I have to access the hours, minutes, and then the second. So now what I'm going to do is I'm again going to make use of the dot operator. So dot operator the structure variable E1 dot the structure member DB that is present in the employee dot the time structure member that is present in the struct, that is DOB dot I have to make use of the hours, the structure member, that is hours. So I'm going to make use of the structure member, that is hours. So again E1 dot DB dot time dot the structure member, that is minutes, and E1 dot DB dot time dot the structure member, that is second. So this is the way in which you have to access your nested structures. Okay, so here I have taken an example where a couple of nested structures are there from the base structure. So here what I have done is I have just included the date of birth in a separate structure and the time of birth in a separate structures, and I'm trying to access the date of birth as well as the time of birth, okay, using the different structure members of the respective structures. So here what I'm doing is I'm just trying to print this particular values. I'm just calling the getch function, and I'm just returning a integer value for my main function. So when I'm trying to run this piece of code, okay, I have missed out the semicolon. Okay, so here when I'm trying to run the particular piece of code, okay, so whatever values you have entered in the whatever values you have directly assigned during the structure variable declaration, okay, all these values are being retrieved now. And the only thing is we need to understand that we can access the particular nested structure through the structure variable first, followed by the dot operator, and then with the help of the structure member that is present, and then again with the help of the structure member that is present, and again with the help of the particular corresponding structure member. So this is very, very important in order to how to access the nested structure elements. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another record for the second employee. So let's say for example I'm trying to create another record, let's say for example employee E2. So E2 is another structure variable, and this particular variable, with the help of this particular variable, what I'm going to do is we are going to get the input from the user. And one more thing, always remember, you cannot directly assign a string value to the character. So here let's say for example name is actually a character array, and if you are trying to directly assign some value to the name, if you are directly trying to assign some string value to the character array, definitely your compiler will throw a error. Okay, so this is actually a base construct in your C programming language, okay, where you cannot directly try to assign a string value to a character array directly. Okay, so here what we are supposed to do is maybe you can make use of your string operator, or let's say for example your string function, that is strcpy. You can copy the particular string and you can directly get it into the destination. This is possible. What you can do is you can assign the group of characters in a sequence, and that group of character in sequence will be taken as a source, and that will be pointed to your character array directly. So you can make use of the string copy function in order to assign some string value to a character array. So this should be fine. So here you can make use of string.h in order to execute this piece of code. So here I'm just okay, I just missed out the semicolon. So this should be success. Okay, so this is just for your information that always remember you cannot directly assign a string value to a character array. So especially when you are working with the structure variables. Okay, so this is one way in which you can assign the a string value to your character array. So keep this in mind, and anyway I'm not going to make use of this as of now, so I'm just commenting of this. So now what we are doing is we are just going to get the values from the user through the scanf statement. So as I told you, now I'm going to get the input from the particular user. So here I'm just asking the user to enter the employee records, the second employee records, enter employee two records, enter employee two records. So I just entered a printf statement to enter the employee two records. So what I'm going to do is I'm just making use of the scanf statements to in order to retrieve the information from the user during the runtime. So first and foremost thing, I'm going to ask the user to enter the details of enter the details of the employee ID, enter employee ID, name and the salary. So I'm just going to get all these details from the user using the scanf statement. So basically we have to make use of the ampersand symbol in order to get the information from the user. So here using the scanf statement, I'm just going to retrieve the information from the user during the runtime. So employee ID is in the form of integer, and the name in the form of string, and the salary in the form of double. So I'm just going to make use of the ampersand symbol followed by the structure variable name followed by the structure member. So in all these scenarios I'm just going to make use of the address of the particular structure member using the structure variable and the dot operator. So this will be the format in order to get the information from the user. And here again, since we are going to make use of the nested structure, so I just want to illustrate it with a different printf and scanf statement. So here when I'm trying to let's say for example I'm just trying to get the month and the year, and so I'm just going to get the information from the user using again the okay, so date of birth in terms of date, month and then year. All these three informations of integer data type, and I'm going to make use of the structure variable followed by the data followed by the structure member, that is db dot date for d, and again structure variable name followed by the structure member, that is db dot month, month, m for month, and again the structure variable name followed by the structure member db, and then y for the year. So this is how I'm going to access the access the information from the runtime, and that runtime information will be assigned to the corresponding structure member in the variable. So again, so one thing that is left out is regarding the employee time of birth. So I'm going to make use of the same kind of methodology. So here I'm just going to make use of the printf and scanf statement again, and I'm going to ask the employee time of birth in terms of hours, minutes and seconds. Hours, minutes and seconds. Hours, minutes and seconds. So again, as I told you, here we are going to make use of the structure variable name followed by the structure member db, which in turn will access the structure member, that is time, that is defined in the time TOB structure, and that will have the hours, minutes and then the second. So this is how I'm going to make use of accessing the or assigning the value that has been received during the runtime to the particular corresponding structure variables. So here I'm just going to enter the values. So I'm just going to make use of the ampersand symbol across everything. So ampersand e1 dot db dot time dot the corresponding hours, minutes and then the seconds. So once all these information are being retrieved, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to print the information. I'm just going to print the information. So I'm just going to copy paste these values, these statements, sorry. So I'm just going to enter, I'm just going to print the employee 2 records. Employee 2 records are going to be printed now. So I'm just going to make the changes. Instead of E1, I'm just going to make use of E2. So my code is ready now for execution. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply compile the scene. I'm just going to compile the code. Okay, so here we have made a mistake that we have to get the values and store it in the variable that is E2, that is E2. So Just making the changes that is going to happen in E2. So structure variable E2 has to be used, but which was missed out. So now I'm going to try to run this piece of code again. So I'm going to enter the employee 2 record. So let's say for example 102, name of the employee Bala, salary 45,000, and date of birth in terms of date, month, and then year, and time in terms of 11:22:33 seconds. So you can see the information has been displayed. So basically one thing, when we try to, the ultimate goal of this particular program is we are trying to access a structure that is present in another structure. Listen here, a structure DOB is present in another structure, and DOB has another structure member, that is time, which is defined in another structure. So how we are going to access these information? So one and only thing is we have to make use of the structure variable name followed by the dot operator, and then we have to ensure the members of the structure are being properly called and retrieved. So watch this video carefully again, and if you have any queries, you can post your questions in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video.